Breaking news, everyone. 2 hours ago, Tulsi Gabbard came out with this X post. Their goal was to usurp President Trump and subvert the will of the American people. No matter how powerful, every person involved in this conspiracy must be investigated and persecuted to the fullest extent of the law. The integrity of our democratic republic depends on it. We are turning over all documents to the DOJ for criminal referral. And here is the whole document. New evidence of Obama administration conspiracy to subvert President Trump's 2016 victory and presidency. Washington, D.C. on Friday, Director of National Intelligence, DNI, Tulsi Gabbard revealed overwhelming evidence that demonstrates how after President Trump won 2016 election, Hillary Clinton, President Obama, and his national security cabinet members manufactured and politicized intelligence to lay the groundwork for what was essentially a years-long coup against President Trump. Incredible. That's why, we've all kind of knew it in the back of our minds, and now we're finally seeing it. Now, will arrests happen? I think so. I think they're going to happen. How exciting that would be. What a time of revelation. In the months leading up to November's 2016 election, the intelligence community IC consistently assessed that Russia is probably not trying to influence the election by using cyber means. On December 7th, 2016, after the election, talking points were prepared for DNI James Clapper, stating foreign adversaries did not use cyber attacks on election infrastructure to alter the U.S. presidential election outcome. On December 9th, 2016, President Obama's White House gathered top National Security Council principals for a meeting that includes James Clapper, John Brennan, Susan Rice, John Kerry, Loretta Lynch, Andrew McCabe, and others to discuss Russia. You might recognize some of those names. After the meeting, DNI Clapper's executive assistants sent an email to IC leaders tasking them with creating a new IC assessment per the president's request. That details the tools Moscow used and actions it took to influence 2016 election. Well, didn't they conclude already that it probably not trying to influence the election by using cyber means? See, so at the president's request, 2016 election to influence 2016 election, Moscow. It went on to say, ODNI will lead this effort with participation from CIA, FBI, NSA, and DHS. Wow, that's a lot of them. Obama officials leaked false statements to media outlets, including the Washington Post, claiming Russia has attempted through cyber means to interfere and, if not actively influence, the outcome of the election. January 6, 2017, a new intelligence community assessment was released that directly contradicted the IC assessments that were made throughout the previous 6 months. After months of the investigation into this matter, the facts reveal this new assessment was based on information that was known by these involved to be manufactured, i.e. the Steele dossier, or deemed as not credible. This was politicized intelligence that was used as a basis for countless smears against delegitimized President Trump's victory. The years-long Mueller investigation, 2 congressional impeachments, high-level officials being investigated, arrested, and thrown in jail, heightened U.S.-Russia tensions, and more. The issue I am raising is not a partisan issue. It is one that comes concerned for every American. The information we are releasing today clearly shows that there was a treasonous conspiracy in 2016 committed by officials at the highest level of our government. Their goal was to subvert the will of the American people and enact what was essentially a years-long coup, with the objective of trying to usurp the president for fulfilling the mandate bestowed upon him by the American people, said DNI Tulsi Gabbard. Their egregious abuse of power and blatant rejection of our Constitution threatens the very foundation and integrity of our democratic republic. No matter how powerful, every person involved in this conspiracy must be investigated. Making sure that was still in place. Every person involved in the conspiracy must be investigated and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law to ensure nothing like this ever happens again. The American people's faith and trust in our democratic republic, and therefore the future of our nation depends on it. As such, I am providing all documents to the Department of Justice to deliver accountability that President Trump, his family, and the American people deserve. Now, I think this is going to be like one of those Russian nesting dolls or big balls of yarn. As you start to pull on one thread, all of it's going to start to unravel. We're going to see a lot of things come into light. And Lord willing that the wicked become persecuted, that they get judged, that we expose them for their works of evil and darkness, and that people look to the truth that is Jesus Christ. All this stuff that's being revealed. It's crazy. So really exciting stuff going on. That was breaking news about 2 hours ago. We'll see what happens next. It's not going to distract from all the Epstein stuff. That is still, people are still pushing for that, and as they should, we should know it. Release the information. I believe it's being unsealed as we speak. Actually, I believe people are looking at that. So we will get information on that as well, and there will be an episode coming out tomorrow around lunchtime, going over the Epstein files, what we know, Brigitte Macron or John Michael Trogno, and then also Christ Church with their opening of a new church inside of Capitol Hill. So lots of great stuff to come. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this informative. It is the document. It's the press release from the DNI Tulsi Gabbard. So this is her work. This is PHP. This is .gov. This is a primary source we're looking at. So very fascinating stuff. What a time to be alive. Now, may the Lord bless you and keep you.